We're just going to go through what makes these the Highland Edition. Hello and welcome to another Cedar Creek Motorsports overview. This time we're going to be checking out the brand new CFMOTO UFORCE U10 XL Pro Highland editions. Now these are going to be super similar to the already existing U10 Pros. The difference being is these are going to be their full cab units. So if you want to know more about the base U10 Pro, check out our link right here. That'll go through a full overview of the U10. For now, we're just going to go through what makes these the Highland Edition. Let's get to it. Similar to Can-Am's limited series in their Defender lineup and Polaris's North Star Edition Rangers, the Highland is going to be CFMOTO's full cabbed UTV with HVAC. So that means you're going to get heat and air conditioning inside the cab to keep yourself nice and comfortable whatever the season happens to be. And CFMOTO takes it one step further. They actually give you mirrors on their hard doors, which is something you got to add extra if you're going with Polaris or Can-Am. It's just another way that CFMOTO is really giving you a lot more value for the dollar. They're really thinking about all the creature comforts, everything you might want when you are riding one of their machines. And just like Can-Am and Polaris, they do give you locking doors, so you're going to be able to keep everything inside of the Highland safe. If you are out riding around, you stop at the store, you stop at a bar or restaurant, you can keep your valuables nice and safe. And with the Highland, they do give you the same nice upholstery that you get with the regular U10 Pro, but they are adding that little Highland logo up on top. And these seats are super nice. It's one of my favorite features of the CFMOTO U10 Pros. They just give you real premium seating. They're nice and comfortable. They give you a little bolstering on the side to help you keep locked into the seats so you're not sliding around when you are going down the bumpy trails. They also give you a little of that bolstering on the bottom as well, just to really help lock you in. And in front of us here is their Bordeaux Red, and then we have their Nebula Black on the left over here. This red is definitely a very kind of metallic flake. I don't know if the camera can kind of pick it up there, but it's got a little bit of metallic sheen to it. Same thing with this black. It's got a little bit of a metallic sheen to it and looks like there's a tiny amount of flake inside the paint here to really make them shine when you have them all cleaned up. As we take a look at these door panels, we will notice these are some of the more premium interior door panels that we have in the UTV industry, which is really nice. Yet another way CFMOTO is really upping their game and making Polaris and Can-Am have to really look at what they're doing and what they're including. Because we have these super nice, it's weird to say it, but really nice power window buttons. They feel like they're out of a truck or straight out of the automotive market. They have a really nice feel to them. And we do have our interior door handle right here that's nice and sleek, very easy to reach and grab, but it doesn't really hang up on anything when you are driving the machine, and they give you a nice solid grab handle on the door for closing it. Nice large power window. And then with those premium doors, they did add in a headliner on the Highland Edition. And then up top, this is where we have our switch panel. That's going to operate the power flip windshield that does come with the Highland. You don't have to buy it as an accessory like you do for the U10 Pro. Another really cool feature, and this is really why you decide to buy a full cab unit, is for the HVAC system. So if we start it on up here, we do have air conditioning in your fan control switch. So that's going to control your fan right there. And then if you want to turn the air conditioning / defrost off, you'll just hit that button in right there. And then you have your temperature control right here. So you got your heat, you got your cool, and then to turn the air conditioning on, you just hit that button right there, make sure it's lit up. It's gonna be blowing cold air. And I just started this and it's already blowing nice cold air. It's probably another 90-degree day here in Wisconsin, so having that air conditioning is super awesome. Oh, look at that, it even gives you a little animation there of what was going on. And if you want to know more about this 8-inch in-dash display, I did a full tutorial on that. So I'll put another link right here. You can click on that if you want to know more about that display. I'm going to turn that fan off just so that you can hear me a little bit better. So other than that HVAC control, this is going to be very similar cockpit area to the U10 Pro, with the exception of, you'll notice all the vents for the HVAC system. You have 2 defrost vents up on top, and then you have 4 vents along the dash, and you are able to aim these just like you would in any car. Super nice creature comforts that they did there. Like I said, that air conditioning is super nice, especially on hot days. It cools you down really fast. And you do also get the standard USB and USB-C outlet right here on the dash as well. So you don't need an adapter for all the new USB-C charging phones. And then you have your standard 12-volt outlet right there. Now, I did notice some people did mention in that tutorial for this dash, they were asking if this unit has a built-in microphone, but this machine does not have a built-in microphone, but they did give you that button if you want to push to talk. You have that option there if you have a Bluetooth headset paired up. You have your electrical parking brake right here and your standard electronic bed lift that comes on all the U10 Pros. You also have your winch control right here. What is super nice, if we look in this top glove box here, they did also include a remote for the winch, and that can be plugged in right down here. They gave you 2 separate outlets. One is for the winch and the other is if you want to operate the cargo bed from that remote, you can as well. So if you're sitting out, you want to watch what you're dumping out of that cargo bed, you can plug your remote right into this bottom outlet right here. That will operate the cargo bed, and your top one is going to operate the winch. Before we take a look at the rear seating area on this Highland, I will show you this little stalk right here. This is actually going to be how you're going to control the wiper and washer function for this power flip windshield. So it does have a windshield wiper and washer system in there. Like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any other questions on this Highland or anything else you'd like to see from us in the future. Now, this is going to be the rear passenger area, so very similar premium door panels inside with the same type switch. You don't have roll-up windows back here. It's 4 power windows across the machine, which is super nice. Same premium leather bolstered seats in the back, just like what you get for the front driver and passengers. And then you get a bunch of power outlets back here as well. A couple nice cup holders and a spot to throw your phone as well. So there's a lot of options for pulling power, charging a lot of things with this unit. And I kind of glossed over it a little bit, but up top here, where we have our switch panel with the control for the power flip windshield, there's a lot of extra blank spots, and you do get another switch blank on the dash right there. So with this being a HVAC cabbed unit, there is a lot more electrical demand, and they have all those spots for throwing other electrical accessories. CFMOTO did upgrade the charging system to a 150 amp unit. So if you decide to throw on a bunch of light bars and you want to blast that air conditioning, you have plenty of power on reserve to do that without really stressing the machine out. It's really cool seeing a company like CFMOTO give you so many of the features that you're going to want right away to make sure that whatever the season is, you're going to be able to get the maximum enjoyment out of these UTVs. That's pretty much going to be it for the UForce U10 XL Pro Highland. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave us a comment. Make sure to like and subscribe to know when we have more overviews and more tutorials coming. And as always, thanks for watching. Let's ride.